there, I'm Crystal. Today I want to talk about sustainable bedding. I want to discuss what to look for as far as materials and certifications go and which brands seem to be doing things right. The older I get, the more I look to sustainable brands. They tend to be safer to use, they last longer, and they just feel like better quality all around. Let's get some of the certifications out of the way first. Most brands will have at least one or two, some will have more. First up, we have Oeko-Tex Standard 100. You can count on bedding with this certification to be free from harmful chemicals because every part of the bedding will have been tested against 1,000 different harmful substances. Products marked this way meet international standards, and this process is quite meticulous, and they update their standards at least once per year. Next up is the Global Organic Textile Standard. Sometimes you'll see this written as GOTS. This organization prohibits child labor, makes sure workers are safe and protected on the job, and they support a range of natural fibers that benefit rather than harming the planet. The next one is Fair Trade Certified. In this case, that means the workers are treated fairly, they're paid an acceptable wage, and they're safe on the job. They have stated agreed upon guidelines regarding their overtime, temp work, and hours at work. Greenguard Gold is one of my favorites. It means the materials in these products are low in VOC emissions, and that means that your living area stays safe, there won't be fumes coming off of your bedding when you open it. And that's good news, especially if you are sensitive. Next up, we have Climate Neutral Certified, which means that these brands are working to reduce or eliminate greenhouse gas emissions. And finally, we have RDS Down, which means ducks and geese that are used for the down are treated more humanely under this certification. So the materials that you'll find under these certifications, there's a range. You can expect to find natural breathable fabrics that are free from harsh chemicals, won't emit a lot of fumes, and they're gentle on your skin. You might see organic cotton, linen, bamboo, lyocell, Tencel, hemp, eucalyptus, even wool sometimes. The materials in sustainable bedding tend to be durable and last a long time, so they may end up saving you money in the long run, so don't let the prices of these bedding brands scare you off. Now let's get into the top sustainable bedding brands. Some of them I gave little awards to, but they're all worth checking out. First up is Best Overall and Best Year Round. That is Parachute. They offer quality luxury bedding, and it's soft and breathable, it's durable. You don't have to worry about your sheets wearing out, they just get better with time. The brand is also quite transparent about what they're doing to benefit the workers and the planet. Parachute's pretty selective about the materials that they'll use. They are focused on finding high quality fibers and reducing emissions. They focus on materials with a low carbon footprint and what's biodegradable and compostable. And their organic cotton is free from harmful dyes and chemicals. In addition, they make their vendors sign a code of conduct that ensures that their workers and the environment are being treated ethically. They are Oeko-Tex Standard 100 certified as well as RDS Down certified. The prices start at about $259 for a full in the percale sheet sets, and bundles that include sheets and duvet covers could be up to about $900. So there's a good balance of price against what you get in the bundles, and there's something for everybody. So if you like the airiness of linen, the coziness of brushed cotton, or the crispness of cotton percale, they've got you covered. And those sheets are durable, and the linen Tencel option that they have is really good for hot sleepers. They use long staple cotton in their percale and sateen sheets, which is known for softness and durability. They also will sanitize and reuse down from returned parachute pillows, and they've begun using recycled polyester as their down alternative fill. So that's one of the brands that is bringing in the recycled option. So no brand is without its downsides. In this case, they can be expensive depending on what you're looking for, but you get a lot for your money. Nothing really stands out for people who are always cold at night, though they've got the hot sleepers covered pretty well. And if you have a twin or a twin XL, you probably won't find anything here. The best splurge is a brand called Coyuchi. They've been making organic bedding since 1991. They are openly focused on continuing to use natural organic fibers that are easier to recycle, reducing waste by creating products that are made to last, and being good to people and the planet. The packaging is reusable, it's fabric, and they use low impact dyes on their bedding, so you won't see too many vibrant colors here. They're just kind of neutral, muted, vintage looking tones. Reusability doesn't just stop with the fabric bags that your sheets will come in. They have a program called Second Home Take Back. It makes use of returns, defective items, and used products so they don't end up in landfills. Their linen option is really good for hot or cold sleepers, and their flannel, of course, will be perfect for cold nights. They are GOTS certified as well as Fair Trade certified. The pricing starts around $168, which would be a twin percale sheet set, and some duvet sets pass the $1,000 mark. That's why they're one of the top splurge options. Their pros are that they have luxurious options, as we talked about. There's something for every season and every type of sleeper, whether you're hot or cold. They have a diverse range of materials. They use fair trade factories to manufacture their products. And the textures and patterns that they use are really interesting, and a lot of times they have a story behind them, or at least there's a throwback to a simpler time in their design. So the cons with this one, obviously the first one is that it's very expensive in some situations, and not all of their bedding says that it's GOTS certified, so that's something to look for in a listing depending on what you are considering purchasing. Best for hot sleepers, we have Silk and Snow. They have a more interesting mix of fabrics than your average sustainable bedding brand. You can usually expect to see linen and cotton and percale, but you don't see a lot of muslin, and theirs is cotton and available in a coverlet, quilt, duvet cover, or sham set form. Or you don't usually see waffle weave either, and again, that one for them is cotton, and it's available in a coverlet, sham set, and duvet cover. They focus on keeping emissions and wastewater to a minimum. They choose natural quality cotton, and they try to make sure everything they use is Oeko-Tex Standard 100 certified. They source renewable, recyclable, biodegradable cotton and flax using reputable fields, and they use GOTS approved dyes. And their sheet sets start at just $95. This is for the twin percale set. It doesn't matter if you sleep hot or cool, you'll be able to find something here that is good for you. You have the option to donate trees with your order, which is another step in sustainability. Duvets that they have are available in lightweight or all-season form. They give you a 100-night trial to make sure that you like what you bought, and it has a 1-year warranty. They are committed to ethical labor practice. As I mentioned earlier, they're pretty affordable compared to other brands, and you can find richer colors here than you can find with a lot of other sustainable bedding brands. The downsides to this brand are some of the bedding only comes in 2 sizes, starting at queen, and they have limited color options on some of their products. And on the flip side, if you're looking for something that will keep you warm because you either sleep cool or you're in a colder climate, you might like Under the Canopy. Under the Canopy's goals include reducing plastic use, which is why some of the products will come in a fabric bag instead of plastic, using organic materials, keeping toxic chemicals off of your skin, and remaining in reach for most budgets. They offer everything from soft brushed flannel to crisp cotton sateen, and that makes them a good option for cool or warm sleepers. They are Oeko-Tex and GOTS certified, and prices start at about $88 for a twin set. These are awesome because of their affordability, but you can also get bolder colors here than a lot of other brands, and their sizes it's a pretty wide variety. You can get from twin to California king. Though tons of people love them, you will see some complaints about pilling on the flannel sheets, and some people complain that the elastic wouldn't hold up, it would break on some of the sheets. So that is something to keep in mind. It's a little bit of a risk, a trade-off for that affordable price. The best budget pick is Quince. They are known for being affordable without sacrificing quality. They cut out the middleman and ship straight to you from the factory, which is why they are able to cost a little bit less. They also have a lot of variety, both in color and size. They have one of the widest color palettes that you'll see, and you can shop sizes from twin to California King. They are Oeko-Tex Standard 100 certified, and the prices start around $79.90 for a twin classic organic percale gingham set. In keeping with that variety theme, they also have a lot of variety in their materials that they use. They allow returns up to 365 days. They work with factories that pay their workers fairly. And like I mentioned before, they ship directly to the consumer. So in addition to saving money, that's also better for the environment. Some of the downsides to this brand are that they don't have a lot for cool sleepers. Hot sleepers are pretty covered. They seem a little bit less strict about the materials they use, though they are trying to use more sustainably produced options. They seem a little bit less transparent about strides towards sustainability go, but overall it's still a good solid budget pick. A couple more recommendations that didn't really fit in a specific category for an award too, so I will get to those. The first one of those is Boll Branch. They focus on sustainability from the very start, the non-GMO organic cottonseed. During the growth of the plants, the farmers they partner with rely on rain season rather than irrigation, and they work to improve the health of the soil. And just as you're looking for certifications in your bedding brands, they also are looking for those kinds of certifications in the partners they'll work with. They strive to ensure that their partners will treat workers well, and if they don't have the certifications that they're looking for, Boll Branch will conduct their own audit and make sure that the partner lives up to their standards. Some of their certifications include the Oeko-Tex Standard 100, GOTS, Fair Trade certification, and RDS. They have sets that start at about $229. That is the twin percale, so it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other options. Some of their perks include a lot of diversity in materials to suit all seasons, so they have everything from flannel to linen and then several different cotton options in between. They let you know which sheets are the best for different types of sleepers and seasons, so you don't have to guess. They're reasonably priced, and they have a surprisingly larger number of colors and patterns than other brands, though they're still pretty muted. They have a wide range of sizes, and they use long staple cotton, which means it's going to be durable and soft. And to contrast those pros, we have some cons. Though they're reasonable for what you're getting, some of the prices may feel like a stretch for the average consumer, and not all the sheet sets that they have a lot of colors and patterns available. Like the signature vintage set only comes in 5 neutrals and it doesn't have any patterns. Next up is Pact. Pact bedding is made from organic cotton, and they're focused on staying climate friendly, carbon neutral, ethical, and using sustainable materials. Organic farming, like what their partners do, uses 81% less water than conventional, and it keeps the air and the soil healthier. Another thing that Pact does that I thought was pretty cool and an example of thinking outside the box as far as sustainability goes is they partnered up with ThredUp, and they allow you to earn Pact cash when you send them your used clothing or accessories. Any brand, doesn't matter. They will even send you a free shipping label, and this is because they're so serious about keeping things out of the landfill. They are GOTS and Fair Trade certified, and their sets start at about $100. That is for the twin favorite tee jersey set. They're carbon neutral, reasonably priced. Their packaging is recyclable paper, not plastic, and they, like I said before, they think beyond bedding. Because of that partnership with ThredUp and their dedication to keeping things out of the landfill. The only problem is they don't really have too many options for cool sleepers, and when you buy the sheets separately, not with a bundle with pillowcases, a flat sheet, and a fitted sheet, they can get kind of expensive. The next one on the list is Piglet in Bed, and they have niched down to linen and cotton pretty much specifically, and they do it well with patterns and colors that you don't see in a lot of other sustainable bedding brands. You can get 100% linen, 100% cotton, or a blend. Focused on sustainability at all levels, Piglet and Bed's partners in Portugal have switched completely to all electric vehicles to reduce their carbon emissions. They also will visit their partners' facilities to be sure that the workers are being treated fairly and that they're safe. Also prioritize working with partners that are reducing waste, water use, plastics, and taking other steps to improve the environment. They are Oeko-Tex Standard 100 certified, and their twin linen sets start at $297. This bedding is long-lasting, it gets softer over time. They have timeless designs you can keep for years, which is good because you don't want something trendy that's sustainable because you won't want to use it for that long. But these are bedding sets that you can use for years, pass down, and just enjoy for a really long time. However, if you're not really looking for linen, you probably won't want to start here because that's mostly what they offer. And not everything is Oeko-Tex Standard 100 certified. Most of it is though. And if you don't like the relaxed lived-in look, these won't be the ones for you either. Pretty much everything they have has a relaxed lived-in look, which is not necessarily a con, but if that's not your style, that could be a downside for you as far as this brand goes. Any of these will be wonderful if you're just looking for a sustainable brand that doesn't and won't harm the planet. They have more in common than they don't due to their durability, their softness, lack of toxic chemicals, and their breathability. That said, if you are looking for a high quality option, especially a year-round option that you can use that feels luxurious without being the most expensive thing on the list, something that checks a lot of the boxes for the environment and worker safety, Parachute might be a good place to start. If you want something especially warm and you have the budget for it, check out Coyuchi's brushed flannel option. And if you've always wanted to shop for sustainable bedding but the prices kept them out of reach, you could start with Quince. Again, any of these will be a soft, durable, breathable, better over time option that you can feel good about. That's all I have for you today, so I hope you enjoyed it and are on your way to purchase new sustainable bedding. And if you like videos like this and want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day.